Okay, guys, we're back at the camp. It's the second week of deer season here in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. And as you can see, we've got some colder temps, and some of that white stuff has arrived. No worries though. As usual, the wood stove got the camp nice and warm. The sauna's hot. And you know what? We're not even quite done with using that buck pole yet. Hey there, outdoor YouTubers. Well, it's the second week of deer camp, and Scott, Gary, Nick, and myself are back at it again. So, for just a quick recap of the first week of deer season, out of the four of us hunting, my son Nick was the only one that shot a buck. He got a nice little 4-pointer. Nick just bought the single tag option that we have here in Michigan. So that does allow him to shoot a smaller buck, but it also means that he only gets the one tag, so he is done hunting for the year. But he was more than happy to come back out to the camp and hang with the guys.
Yeah, when we buttoned up Nick's blind, on Tuesday, there was 4 or 5 different bucks at Nick's blind after he shot that one. A decent 8, a real nice 6, and like spikes and forky-ish things. And then, some nice 8-ish thing across the moat since last week, since our time in between.
Yeah.
And then, Wednesday morning at my blind, there was a beautiful 8-pointer, was just eating bait at 11 o'clock for a half an hour.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, it was nothing like the one I got 2 years ago, but it was nice, So, they're around.
Yeah, they are. It's bizarre.
All right, so Scott, you gonna be listening to the game then, out in the blind?
Yeah, we'll listen to her, and I'm gonna try to shoot a buck first, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's probably a good plan.
barring any, seeing as how I haven't seen a deer yet this year, we'll probably be listening to the game of the blind. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I'm optimistic. This snow is going to change things up.
Well, it ain't gonna make it any worse.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah.
All right,
I'm
dude.
gonna give her. All right.
Okay, sounds good.
See you at dark.
Yep.
See you later.
All right, Gary, shoot straight and be safe.
I'm gonna try to.
All right.
And it was like 8 yards, 20 yards, 10 yards, 9 yards. They're like, oh, okay. On this drive, we're gonna just put 5 wide receivers out, and they just couldn't cover them. And they were when I left, they were up down.
Say this, but I need help dragging it here.
Okay, good job, Gary.
Hold on, I got it up that hill and down the bottom.
What'd you get?
Oh, kick my ass.
Yeah? What is it?
6-pointer.
How beautiful. How nice or whatever.
Yeah. Let me see. Maybe like that middle one.
All right.
Maybe kinda.
Yeah.
All right.
We're sitting here looking at each other like,
Somebody
It's like,
shot
is that Gary
kinda
that
close,
shot?
but
You want to take a breather here? And
Yeah, sit down for a minute. It's
Chill.
dark. It's
Yeah.
not like we got any.
Yeah, it ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, it's not like we got daylight to work with anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Yes.
the two of them came right by my blind, went down there reading a little bit, and they were real scared. One was flinching and everything. And then they left. They trotted off. They didn't run like hell.
Yeah.
And he come in, and I had put one of those dough and heat things.
Yeah.
And he was,
Oh yeah.
And then I came in, I was like, well, what's going on? Her, oh, Gary ain't back yet.
I'll tell you what, I could see what you mean about the binoculars though. Because it was hard to see what they had. Then once I could tell, I didn't know how many he had, but I could tell he had antlers.
Well, I mean, I was gonna give you this radio to listen to out in the blind, but I guess I'm gonna worry about that.
No.
Roll them over. I'll just grab his legs and we'll just slide him right on. Go ahead and pull him on.
Yeah, I know. Oh no, I know why you said that kicked your butt a little bit, Gary. 'Cause that's a big deer.
This is a monster.
Yeah, that actually is a big. That is
You
a.
want to slide him back so that his rack is in the sled, Gary.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
We get to this log up here and then want to take it over this log.
Sure. Or just go under it. There you go.
Probably the plan.
Yeah, that's the good thing about it being its height. You can go underneath it.
Yeah, I think it'll fit under there. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Very good.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah, nice one. Just nobody stand underneath it. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to get speared by it or anything. I think Gary brought you in a beer for the drag too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So a shot. It's supposed to be a little beer, but it's gonna have to be close enough.
It's an upside down little beer.
Yeah. Shot for Gary's
Yeah.
buck.
For Buck Slayer.
Hello.
Nice buck,
Congratulations.
Gary.
Thank you.
Oh, that was horrendous.
Was it the cream or the 10-pin?
I'm not sure which. I don't know. Yeah, you know, it was probably more palatable than if it was just 10-pin. So, I have a feeling that's not going to be Gary's last shot tonight.
Okay.
So I wouldn't take that
I'll
shot.
leave the glass
I
out.
might have one.
One.
I might have one more shot of something for that.
Yeah, this is how I describe it to people is if you're happy to shoot a deer and you get kind of excited about it and you get done, oh God. Whether that's a spike horn or a 8-point or anywhere in between, then that's a good buck. And that's awesome.
Flips it over, and here it is. Handoff, Jacobs throwing left side.
Wait, called it pretty early. Whoa, There must be 10, 12 minutes left, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's good. For the Packers with 10:59.
Yeah. Oh, no,
I mean, it is 3 touchdowns, but yeah, I
wouldn't have called the dagger.
No, I wouldn't have either.
Yes. Yep. Been checking the fire. Yep.
Good. I just threw a chunk in the sauna there, so we're good. Yeah, sauna's going good.
How is it sleeping out here?
Good.
Yeah. You kind of avoid like all the snoring and stuff by
Yeah.
being out here away from the rest of us, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
And I don't gotta crawl down from a bunk bed if I need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, there's something to be said about that too.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give that big buck an hour or so until he's doing the dirt nap dance. I'm heading out deer hunting. Time to musk up. Now, you might be thinking I'm gonna be using a doe urine like 10-pointer Tinder date, or even big buck delight. Nah, this buck gets a special doe urine. It's called Promiscuous Doe Urine, only available at Camaro's Crawlers. It's illegal in 9 states, in all of Canada. Promiscuous Doe is the only doe urine taken from the most sexually active does, so you know it's good. It stings the nostrils in a good way. They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works every time. If you don't think about it, it makes perfect sense. Let's go see if we can make that big buck grunt. Promiscuous Doe, the only doe urine taken from the most sexually active does, and only available at Camaro's Crawlers.
Good. After we get back from skidding in a buck or two tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, let's just, as long as we're here, Scott, let's just go 4 for 4.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well. I mean, I put that new rope and that pulley up there.
Right.
I don't know how much longer that buck pole is going to make, or that one tree is.
All right. Chili dog. Yeah, I don't know, Gary. Usually, when I hear about somebody eating a whole bag of Doritos, it meant they were smoking a lot of pot.
Well, you know. If ever a guy had a reason to eat a whole bag of Doritos, last night was one of them nights.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, we got more Doritos in here.
You want some crack, Gary?
All right. The party size, just how you like them. What was happening here while I was gone? Anything?
No. I ate 5 of those Doritos.
Just 5 single Doritos or the whole bag?
Single. I'm snitching on myself.
All right. Well, glad you.
I don't know. There's fresh deer tracks right there. In the road, almost right where you go in, Gary.
No kidding.
Across. I think I just kicked them up on the way in right there.
No kidding, eh?
Yeah.
You see anything?
I had a doe and a fawn and another doe and a fawn. Right. That's why I'm back so late. Right at dark.
Okay.
Yeah. You?
I saw nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a,
It was like a postcard out there.
oh man.
You know. I mean, it looked like it'd be the perfect time to see something.
Oh well.
You
Buck
know,
Slayer's got them. No.
yeah.
Here we are, sitting on the Buck Slayer couch.
Buck Slayer couch. Yeah. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I know it is. It's weird though. Like last year, I saw like 4 different bucks in this blind. They were all like spikes and 3s and stuff.
Yeah,
Nothing
I know.
spectacular.
I know.
But I mean, I had them fighting out there, and almost daily I would see a legal buck to shoot.
Yeah.
The year before, I saw no bucks other than that one right there in the middle of the whole thing. That was the only buck I saw.
Yeah. That's weird.
So,
eh?
Yeah, and then it wasn't until 9th day of the season or whatever.
Right. Yeah. It's funny how that is. And some cream and some milk. It is, yes. That's correct. That's good. Whoa.
I'm going full old school from out here.
Wow.
Right, with the rum and Coke.
You need some ice?
I got some ice.
Oh, okay.
The Coke is cold enough.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
It is old school there.
Yeah, that used to be a pretty preferred drink out here.
For sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
That 96 Packer Super Bowl, Marie kept all these newspaper clippings and she made me like this scrapbook of it, like for Christmas or whatever, you know. And I have it to this day, and I can go right to the article and show you. This is before Favre had won a Super Bowl, right? He's in the prime of his career, still many, and he's in an article saying, I don't know how much longer I would play if I were to win a Super Bowl. I can see, you know, getting out of this game early and still having my knees and my shoulder, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking as a Packer fan, I'm like, no, we finally get a good quarterback, and he's talking about retiring, you know, like kind of earlier than he would ever have to. And it's like, no. He got kicked out of the league. You know, he's trying to stick around till the very end, and he got kicked out of the league because nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the story with all of them. You know?
Yeah.
So we have this beer can collection display out at the camp, and Gary was asking me a little bit about it, and I had this one story about the old style can that I wanted to share with the guys. My uncle showed me this like when I was a little kid, but there's a guy right there, right? He's kind of standing with his back to us and stuff. So this uncle of mine's like, hey, this is what we do out at parties and stuff. It's like you take a can of old style and you poke a pinhole in the can right there, and you put your thumb over it and you shake it up, and you're like, hey dude, you ever see the guy pissing on the can of old style? You're like, no, and he goes,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
That's awesome.
An uncle of mine showed me that when I was
The 70s, they're never coming back.
Yeah, an uncle of mine showed me that when I was a little kid. Like I said, he didn't do it to me, but he was like, yeah, this is what we do around
at parties. You know, I don't even know if he was old enough to go to the bars or anything. But yeah, did you ever see that? That's the guy he was talking about, because he's kind of standing with his back to you. Hey, did you ever see the guy pissing on the can of Old Star? I don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Double thumbs up.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Awesome. Can't ever go wrong with brats.
No.
Brat fry at deer camp? Count me in. So when we were talking about beer can collecting, and that old style can and everything, it
Yeah.
reminded me of when I was a kid. I had my beer can collection, you know. Like our big family vacation was to go down to, we'd pile in the back of the pickup truck. The old man would put the capper on the pickup truck and slide a twin mattress in there, and us 3 kids would pile into the back of that truck. And we'd go all the way down to Milwaukee in the back of that pickup truck, you know.
Yeah.
And then we'd,
It's against the law now.
yeah, I think it's been against the law for a long time.
Yeah.
It may well have been against the law in 1978 also, but they didn't really care a whole lot. Well, that one year, I was really into beer can collecting, and that was the plan. And then a friend of my mother's lived over in the Twin Cities, so then we were going to take off and drive over to Minneapolis and go to a ball game there. And so we got done with that ball game in Milwaukee, and we drove part of the way over, and I think we stopped in like Ladysmith, Wisconsin or something. How about if we go down to that fast pitch softball tournament? I was like, well, yeah, that sounds great, you know. So we walk down there, and we take a little detour, and we stop at this liquor store. And he said, hey, why don't you go ahead and pick out half a dozen cans you want for your beer can collection? Oh, yeah, okay. So, here's a 9 or 10-year-old kid walking around the store, picking out a Buckhorn and a Genesee, a handful of all these beers, all these singles, And I basically pick out the old man a 6-pack. And then I get a Coke and a Hershey bar, female. And we go over and we sit in the bleachers and we watch that fast pitch softball tournament. And then, the old man drank that whole 6-pack and then put them right back in the bag. And in the car they went and they entered my beer can collection.
I know.
And to this day, that is my favorite memory of going on vacation with my family.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's good living, though.
Stag beer. Yes.
That is good
You
living.
know.
I know. I convinced my dad to get some crummy beer over the years here and there.
Yeah. Just for the can.
Oh my God.
Okay guys, just a little follow-up of our electrical power out here at the camp with those 4 Power Queen batteries. We spent 8 days out at the camp, and on the 7th evening we started to notice the lights getting a little dim. So we got 7 full days of electricity out of those 4 Power Queen batteries. We used to run 4 equivalent lead acid batteries, and we never got nearly as many days of power out of those. So we got 7 days of power out at the camp, and we didn't even have to run the gas generator at all, so that was awesome. And I'll leave a link to their website down in the description of this video if you want to check them out. Eat shark. Very good. So guys, if you're interested in more videos about getting out and enjoying the great outdoors of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, be sure to check out the entire channel. And if you enjoy what you see, please consider liking and subscribing. And for bonus content, be sure to check out our Patreon page. A link to this page can be found in the description of this video. And also guys, remember to hunt, fish, laugh, repeat. Thanks for watching, and God bless.